what's up guys? Mark here with Dividend Seeker. Hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to jump on a quick video here. I know I've been getting some comments and direct messages, seeing if I could do a few more educational videos. And the latest question I've been getting numerous times is, how did I know when to jump into CrowdStrike? I tweeted about it last week when I was jumping in around 96.55. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the charts that I look at, different indicators, so that you guys can also use these at home when you guys are doing your investing also. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. All right, so what you're looking at here is the CrowdStrike chart I have up with a couple different indicators. So on the top up here, I have the RSI, which is just your relative strength index. That's going to kind of be a momentum indicator that can usually, from a technical perspective, give you an idea on when a stock is oversold or overbought. And those sometimes can be good to use. I wouldn't just strictly use that, but it's kind of one piece of the pie that I like to look at from a technical perspective. And I'll explain that as we go here. In the middle, you have your standard candlestick chart. And then on the bottom is the MACD, another kind of momentum chart we have here. So let's kind of dive in real quick and see what we're looking at. So in terms of the RSI, the relative strength index, again, it is a momentum indicator. Usually it is between 70 to 30. That's kind of going to be your purple shaded area that you see here. That's kind of the range you want to see a stock trading in. And anything that's going to be above that 70 range, that's going to indicate and kind of be a flashing light that this stock looks like it's ran too high, too fast, and it is telling you that it's overbought, meaning overvalued. And the opposite is the case when a stock dips under 30. And what that's telling you is the stock has been oversold. The stock's obviously been dropping, and the drop is just too far, too fast. And that can be an indicator to jump in and buy. So again, don't just trade on relative strength index. Use it as a piece of your pie. So next, we're going to look at the candlestick charts in the middle, just your typical chart year to date. I kind of have a trend going to kind of see where those levels of support and resistance are. Those purple ones that you see going across are kind of are items that I put into the chart for building support and resistance. So really what a support level is when a stock tests this level, falls down to it, it usually finds buyers there. It's not going to keep dropping too much further. So what I've seen in the past, pretty much since June, is the fact that we've been seeing a support level right around that 96.50 range. So again, right in June is when we kind of broke through that 96.50 range, and the stock went up from there, and usually you're going to see it retest. So we're going to test it 96.50 right here, which is late June. The stock bounced from there, so it found support and bounced up. We'll talk about resistance in a second, but you saw the stock fall yet again, and it found a support right around $97. That was in mid-July, and then again we're going to test it for a third or fourth time, depending on if you count these early ones, in late July as well. So that gave me an indication that, hey, right around that 96.50 range is a solid support level for CrowdStrike. So in the last weeks, what I was kind of explaining on Twitter was that I saw the stock falling, pretty aggressive down days, and it was trending more towards that 96.50. So what I did immediately was set a buy limit, a limit order, that if the stock hit 96.50, or I think I bought it at 96.55, just to want to be a little bit ahead of that I felt that was a solid area. And as you could see here, the stock hit right around that 96.55. It actually dipped below it, but you found a lot of buyers that came in, and since then the stock is back trending higher. So that's our support level. Next, let's look at the resistance level, and what that is when a stock trades up to this level, is usually it can't go much higher. That's a level that shareholders say it's time to sell this stock. So what we're going to see here is in late July, after that initial support bounced off there, the stock jumped up near 117.80, and we'll call it 118 for a round number. And it tested it actually 3 days before falling pretty significantly back towards retesting that 96.55 level. So that first gave us a good indication. It tried 3 days. It bounced up against this wall and fell back to support. It once again, in the beginning of August, you could see that the stock once again came up towards that 117.80, but again couldn't break through and found pressure again that resulted in heavy selling back towards. So you can kind of see how you can use these support and resistance lines that you kind of build. And all I do is, over the weekend, or if you're watching Netflix or something, that you can just sit there while you're watching and adjust these support and resistance lines as you go. And they could be super useful to make quick decisions. But again, they are, one piece of the pie. So what I was looking at on that 96.50 is I knew this was a strong support level. Looking at the RSI was below 40, which is, a strong indication of the stock being undervalued. And then the MACD wasn't giving me a ton there, so I wasn't too hesitant. I didn't go crazy and say, I'm going all in on CrowdStrike, because with the MACD, again, another momentum type indicator that you can look at. Usually when that blue line crosses over the orange line, that's a bullish trend. And you can kind of see right now in the next day or so, it looks like we're actually going to get that crossover. RSI is, mid 50s right now. And the stock is trending up towards that 117, 118 level, trading at 109 right now. It seems like it's actually a good spot if you miss that 96.50 range or whatnot, that you can kind of run this stock up for another $8, and we'll see what happens once we get it up against those resistance levels again. So that's just a quick little video on support, resistance, and some of the indicators I was looking at when I jumped into that CrowdStrike at 96.55. So hope that was helpful. Shoot me any questions you guys have. My DMs are always open. Thanks.